Ubisoft finally admitted that things are not going well for them, although I don't think that they themselves actually even realize that they have. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm referring to the article posted by John F. Trent on Phantom Pulse, which goes, Ubisoft revealed that not a single Star Wars Outlaws player had unlocked their own Fathier in its most recent dev update. And honestly speaking, I don't really understand how the devs still expect people to be playing this game. Everybody has already said how much this game sucks and how much they hate it and how much they don't want to play it. But for some reason, I guess the devs are just stuck in their own little world, expecting that gamers are still going to play this trash of a game. The article continued saying, in its dev update number 5, which it released on December 18th, Ubisoft's Star Wars Outlaws team revealed that not a single player has unlocked their own Fathier, despite the game being out for as long as it has. They even went on to reveal the requirements to unlock it, with the hopes of maybe getting gamers to, play the game and unlock their own Fathier, which I doubt is going to happen anytime soon. And this just goes to show just how much people don't like the game and how few people actually played the game. Because if someone is unlucky enough to buy the game, they probably wouldn't be that dedicated to it and would just maybe play a few rounds and drop the game right after. It was even stated in the article that Ubisoft had previously admitted that the game's sales were softer than expected in a financial note published in September. And they added that despite solid rating, referring to Metacritic 76, and user scores across first-party and Epic stores with a rating of 3.9 over 5 that reflect immersive and authentic Star Wars universe, Star Wars Outlaw sales proved softer than expected. And to be honest, I know that Ubisoft is probably just using the scores that they paid for to, help themselves cope. They don't realize that the people who are actually playing their game and not the journalists and the people that they paid to rate their game are not the ones that are actually going to buy their game and play it or be dedicated to the game, and which would in turn lead other people to buy it. They've been deluding themselves with the fact that because they're paying journalists to rate their game and paying people to give themselves good rating, they don't realize that they're poisoning their own selves and are only walking towards their own demise. It was even stated once more that at the end of September, after the game had been on sale for a month, it was rumored that it only had sold 1 million copies. Yes, it had only sold just over 1 million copies despite being out for a month. That is not a good sign for any game, to be honest, especially if you're from a AAA company. I can understand it if you're from an indie game company because maybe you're not that well known, but you're from a AAA company that is known worldwide and your game can't even sell past 1 million copies. That is a bad sign if I've ever seen one. And honestly, it's so bad that the CEO of the company had to literally point it out himself. Yep, because in October, CEO Yves Guillemot admitted that the company's first half performance fell short of our initial expectations and pointed to Star Wars Outlaws as the main culprit. And to be honest, I don't really understand how they expected the game to actually sell when they have obviously not been listening to gamers. They have obviously been ignoring the fact that the people that buy their game have been asking for something else, and they've been giving them slop after slop after slop. And their CEO also added that it has great quality and the team wanted to make sure that we will remove a few frictions and then implement some gameplay mechanics that will certainly delight players. I don't know what mechanics they are planning to implement, but I doubt it's going to help the game because obviously speaking, just the bad mechanics is one of the few things that actually makes Star Wars Outlaws a bad game, and I'm sure that when they finally decide to face the truth, they will understand what makes it a bad game. And then to make matters worse, when the game launched on Steam on November 21st, it failed to hit a peak concurrent player count of 2,500. It only managed to hit 2,492 on the Sunday after it released. It was also heavily discounted when it arrived on Steam, and it's still discounted at 35%. And in the last 24 hours, the game has only seen its peak concurrent player count hit 1,544. That is a 38% decline from its all-time peak. If you also take a look at the Steam achievements, it is painstakingly obvious that only 10% of players who have purchased the game have completed the game's main storyline and unlocked the calling in some favors trophies. So it's really no surprise that they haven't unlocked their own faith here. So what do you guys think about the situation? Do you think Ubisoft is going to finally wake up and realize that they're the ones destroying themselves? Or are they going to continue down the rabbit hole and eventually shut down? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoy my coverage, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Minecraft Villager, signing off.